Welcome! And it's been a long time, hasn't it? Well, as you see, I brought home a huge stack of quads. You can only see the two here probably. Let's get to the back here. There you go. So I got 4 while I was in Mississippi. Now, I was gonna get 6 of these things. To quite honest, I wanted to get 6. And what I was gonna do is flip them up on the back. So they were riding on the back. So you'd have one, then 2. And then I was supposed to have room on the trailer, but I ended up, of course, getting people's vehicles instead. A lot more, I'll show you here. See, as I'm saying, there's a lot more things that I was picking up and dropping off. Now, the bottom one here is a Kawasaki Brute Force. It's a twin cylinder with the 650cc. Now they're selling these things for like 1,100 bucks running and driving. Now, of course, they look like shit. The plastics aren't broken or anything, but they're missing just like little thingamabobbers. You know, I got those in the drawers. You know, every now and then it's missing something like that. And here, I noticed this thing it's like a screen and a flapper. That flapper, I believe, is supposed to be down. It connects somewhere. I don't know. Fuck it. I'll get to it. But they're covered in Mississippi mud, so a lot of them are red and ugly. And they don't wash them there because they don't really have, you know, they can't waste water, I guess, or the water just makes it even muddier, you know, because the water looks like shit there. I don't know. But story on this one is, it was like 1,100 bucks, and he was gonna, for the price he was asking, he was gonna give me the tires that really went with it. Since I talked him down, he gave me these weirdo little tiny baby tires that go on the back with a burned up tread. I don't care. This thing starts right up and it runs just fine. The transmission, I mean, this thing hauls ass. So, little things. Oops, sorry, my camera skills. Little things here and there, stuff that isn't going to, you know, scare away buyers. I should say, not sellers. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to post these. This one here, probably 45. That one I'm going to do 5. We'll show that one here as the 6. That one I'm going to do 5, even though it looks like shit. I have everything ordered to finish it. There's a great story behind that one. And that was a hot quad. I believe it was stolen, and I'll show you why. This one here, this is a brand new, never ridden. In fact, I was the first one to hook up the battery and put fuel in it. It's a 2023 Honda. I can't remember what it's called. It's the Recon or no, Foreman. I think this is the Foreman. It's a 520, big son of a bitch, brand new hot quad. Also, I think this one here was also stolen. Bought this one for 4,000 bucks. That's right, 4,000 bucks brand new. That one, I feel like I got ripped off. I paid 1,600 for that. This one, the guy would not budge. I ended up paying $2,000 for it. But like I said, I'm gonna sell it for like, you know, 5. Put it for 5. A guy offers me 45, something like that. I'll take it. Same, you know, all these. I'm not gonna fight him. This one though, I think it's gonna stay in the family because it's a hot quad. That's right. It's might not be illegal. I don't know. I'm gonna go get the VIN run on it and make sure. But the guy I bought it from, I'll show that story too. It's very shady people in what was that? Memphis? I think it's Memphis, Tennessee is where I got that. I'll have to look it up. But anyways, I gotta get these undone. But I'll tell you a quick story behind this. So I decided to stack them. This one I had to make level because the back rack, as you see, is lower than the front rack. So I decided to cut some 2x6s, stack those up. I screwed them together, but I also put zip ties underneath the rack to kind of hold it. These are very beefy zip ties. Plus I have the straps to the rack too, off of just the axles. I wanted no suspension parts. No suspension parts. I wanted to make sure that everything was hooked direct, almost to like a tire or rim. So I did the very edge of the suspension so they could bounce, but the straps would stay tight. Okay, that's how you want to do it. If you're gonna fucking hook off of that hitch or something, you're stupid. Because the second it bounces, it's gonna come loose and it's gonna unhook itself off of that. Even if you loop it around, sometimes they'll still come loose. Okay, don't do it. It's really stupid. Unless you have the safety ones, they have that little like this. you know, unless you have something like this. I wouldn't suggest putting like this. These don't, these are not DOT approved, you know, even they don't have to be, but I mean, that shit, it comes right off. It's fucking dangerous. Again, this is brand new fucking quad. Brand new. I mean, look at that. Brand new. Oh, fucking cat. God damn it, stepped on my cat. Anyways, so I have these two tied together up at the top. So to keep them from wanting to wander, you know, one go this way and then the other go that way, so they don't come apart. If one wants to lean, it's going to take the other with it. So it made it very stable. Anyways, let's get started. I'm going to go get my forklift. Well, I kind of got ahead of myself on this. Sorry, I haven't done these videos in so long that I just like speed through. But anyways, the saddlebag thing showed up. It's a little smaller than I thought it was going to be. Thought it would cover at least another like 3 inches that way. But, you know, eBay measurements are not always what they say. It still works. I mean, it hides enough of what's going to be needed to be hidden. I don't care about the rest. Screw it. So I just put in the new ignition. This one here was the one that they fucking drilled out and chiseled and shit just so they could start it for me. Because apparently they lost the key from a fire. Now, this place, he said, caught on fire. The old guy's place caught on fire. And his excuse was the old guy had no money and he was going to help him get money by selling this piece of shit for the money. Now, the funny thing is, a lot of the plastics were stolen up by the light there. I have that one there. It's just the wrong color blue. Sorry about the focusing. Now, this seat did melt. If you look at it, it melted. All right, it did. It separated there, kind of melted away. And then if you look at the back, I don't know if we've already talked about this, but this is all warped and melted. Lights are missing. I don't know where they are, but I got new ones. Don't worry. This box is melted a bit. So, I mean, some of the story kind of makes sense, but the rest of it's like, okay, well, if in fact this was coming from a old guy that needed money and stuff, why didn't he just leave it alone and sell it how it is? Well, we'll never know, because it was a stolen quad. That's my best guess. It was stolen. Everything on this thing is just fucking broken. I mean, this isn't even, the hinges are gone. This piece just broke today off of there. I had duct tape, not to hold it because it was breaking, but to hold it down for the trip in the wind. And I guess the stress of that broke it just from it being pulled on in the wind at 69 miles an hour or something. I don't know. But, I mean, everything works. It does. I mean, it all lights up. It tells you temperature and weird shit on there. And the, you know, if you're going north or south even, it's kind of a well set up one. I got some of that Gorilla tape on here. What I'm going to do is just take some more of this tape and just lay it on here and then just peel it off. It pulls it right off. I don't know why. It leaves so much residue, but it comes right up with another piece of tape. You just tack it on there and rip the shit off if you want, or you can use some of that Oops Be Gone. But I am amazed at the stories that people will tell me on these quads, and you know damn well that they were stolen. Anyways, let's get started putting this shit together. Here are messages shared between me and the hillbilly that lived in Arkansas. Now, this guy was the dumbest dude I've ever talked to in my life. He said he lived on the bayou in a house that was built on the swamp, basically on stilts, and he says that that way of living is the best because you can just shit through a hole in the floor. The bayou takes it away, and when you need water, you just pull a bucket up on a rope in your front porch and use it to drink and wash the shit down the hole. And I asked him if that was even sanitary. Now, he looked at me dumbfounded and explained that the bayou takes the bad away and brings the good to your house. So your neighbors up the stream, it doesn't bring their shit, it just brings good water to you. Alright, I had to remove these. This was fuck the camera skills here. This was in there, and it's not needed because the new light comes with everything. So this, and the problem I run into is These have these, I don't know if they were the push-on tabs or if they were the screw-on ones. They're just the quick ones that just bite into the plastic. I threw those away with the box, not knowing they were in there. I thought it was just a bunch of bubble wrap that was left. So I have to go to Ace Hardware and get those. Not a problem. It's just gonna cost me a little more than I wanted to spend. And the other plus is I have this that I told you I'd put on. Now this was cheap. This wasn't much. It was like 40 bucks. And it's just one of these like collapsible type thingamabobbers. And you know, you basically, can't zip it all the way, but you build it. You see this little skeleton structure in there. You just put these together. And I had an extra rod, so I just put it on top of there. I don't know why it came with that. Maybe I just didn't put it together right. Who knows? But it has a feature to where this is supposed to tie down to your rack that's already there. Now I don't have a rack, so what I'm doing is I'm just looping it through here. I'll put the lights on like this, and it hides it. See, just got to cut that excess and burn it. And so once the lights are in there, that's hidden. Now, another problem we run into, I'll go over here with the shades so you can see better, is I have this. Can't hook to anything, nothing there. This one, I loosened that, tucked it behind, and then basically just put a zip tie so it can't be pulled back out. Put a really tight zip tie on there. That works great. Now, the other feature that's cool on this is it has the extra butt pad that can fold down. Now see, look at that. Seat's fucked up. Seat's like brand new again. So you just leave that down, and the guy will never know, hopefully. So, what am I gonna do about these? What am I gonna do? I got nothing to hook to. What am I gonna do? Can I go underneath maybe? Can I tie it to something? No, I cannot. I already looked. So what I'm doing is I'm taking these pieces of a broom handle that I had. It was actually a broken broom handle, and I'm cutting them and drilling them so they fit. Look at that. Now I have something to tie to, right? There's one on the back here even. Okay, now I already did it. And also I am wrapping them in duct tape. Now this one I did pre-duct tape. Oh, let's just put that there. Oh, look at that. Hooks on. Just take some of this fancy shit here and makes it look like it's all painted. So then we put them on like that, and then we tie to them. Look at that. Oh my God, you'll never know. You'll never know. Whoever buys this will never know that those are not the original OEM, and they will just be fucking pleased out of their minds to have it. Now, again, big gaping hole. I'm not buying that, you guys. I'm not buying that. But the other problem I'm running into is, let me take that off of there, is this. It's just, there's no more hinges. The hinges are gone. What do I do, right? What do I do? I don't know if I can sell this son of a bitch like that. At least the latches are all still here. You can still latch it on the back side. But then when you get going down the road, you know, ain't no good. I have to figure something out quick. All right, yes, we are wired up and for the lights, and I got all these little fucking doodads on. I cut the straps so that they weren't so dangly over the edge, looking like fucking big old black dick just hanging there. Blah, 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 blah. So cut those, put a little burn on them so they don't unravel. That's done. So what do we got next? Let's see, we got the top done on there. Okay, top's done. Fucking blurry, sorry about that. Got most of the duct tape residue off of it. I gotta get that string thing in there, and I have in a box ready for this to help, because the back looks naked in the front too. I opted to buy a brush guard, but not just any brush guard. This comes with the rear part of the brush guard. So that'll be on the back here. It's sitting up there, and then I got the one that'll be on the front right here, and it's got some other fucking instructions and doodaddies. Looks like almost like a license plate holder here. I'll get to work on that. Fucking asshole, whoever's doing that's a dick. What the fuck is that? All right, so on the instructions here, it says I have self-tapping screws, 4 of them to put on this rear bumper. Well, let me show you. They are not self-tapping screws. These fucking things just turned into shit, man. The second I started pushing them in, I'm like, oh my God, they're not tightening. All they gotta do is go through this fucking thin pot metal shit. I mean, look at that. They died instantly. So we're just gonna do some through and through good old bolts. I don't know why they just didn't do that. Fucking shit. They're gonna send me something to put it on. At least send something that works. Now I know why it was $99 for these fucking things. Plus, they're not the heaviest metal in the world. They're very, very light. So I imagine that just bumping into this with your ass, not even the quad moving, just your ass bumps into this accidentally, you're gonna bend it. All right, as you see, we already got the back bumper on the way it's supposed to be. God, I feel like I'm too close. There. Just slipped in the fucking mud. That was great. But there's the front. I don't know, does it look evil? Kind of lines up. For $99, not bad. All right, I'm gonna take some pictures of it and go ahead and post it on Craigslist.